Hey everybody, Carl from Abt. We're here at CES 2017. We're in the Klipsch booth. We've got Mark here with us. He's going to talk to us about a really great sounding, really kind of cool looking pair of speakers. What do we got here, Mark?
So we have the reissue of the Forte, a legendary product from Klipsch back in the late 80s and 90s. The Forte I and the Forte II. This is now the Forte Mark III, and we are bringing some of the newest advancements in our Klipsch Tractrix horn technology, refinements with some new material design choices, but also bringing back that heritage sound in our most affordable full-range three-way system. Mm-hmm. So it is based on a 12-inch with Tractrix new mid-range horn and Tractrix tweeter horn. And both of the drivers have been updated as well. So the drivers behind the horns are using titanium. Okay. So they have the linear travel suspension, which really is a distortion reducing technique. And these have never been more refined, more dynamic than any of their predecessors. So we've been doing demonstrations here at the show. And what has been, I think, eye-opening is everybody remembers the Forte as being a really great sounding speaker. And then hearing it again, mm-hmm. You know, sometimes your memories play tricks on you, you know. But now that people are listening to vinyl again, and then when they hear the Forte III, they're like, "Oh, we missed these speakers." You know, it harkens back to another era almost, where Klipsch, you know, our line was fairly minimal. You know, we didn't have a whole lot of SKUs, right? Mm-hmm. So the Forte, and I was a Klipsch dealer. I sold the Fortes back in the day. Don't want to tell you too much how old I am, but but this speaker is really, really popular. And today, people are like, "Oh, the Fortes." All these former salespeople are saying, "I gotta order myself a pair," because now they're buyers and representatives for us. So they're like, "We got to get the Fortes for ourselves." So we're bringing it back. We're going to have some limited finishes to celebrate our 70th anniversary, but we're going to have also these new wood finishes and fabric choices. So it's going to be back in production, kind of like the Cornwall. We brought the Cornwall back. And of course, the Heresy, it's very similar to the Heresy. It's the large full range version of the Heresy. It has bass extension to about 32 hertz. As you can see from the front, and I know you guys shot some pictures, it's got the 12-inch on the front, but it's got a 15-inch passive on the rear of the cabinet. Okay. And that's where the deep bass comes through. Proper room loading, you can get amazing dynamic range out of these speakers. And of course, with 99 decibels of sensitivity, they're very efficient, very low distortion, and we have an 80x2 tube amplifier here from Perry, and we're turning this up to levels that reproduce a live experience. Wow,
that's great. They've got a really, really cool classic look to them. If you're listening to a record, you kind of want to get into the whole thing of listening to a record. So having some classic looking speakers to go along with it, that's just going to kind of enhance the experience, I guess.
So yes, vinyl's never sounded better than today. The new modern pressings are so quiet. They're so well made that the recordings on vinyl sound better with new turntables, new cartridges. And then if you go back to CDs, you go back to some better recordings, you will be amazed at the resolution you get out of this system. And then, of course, if you do put compressed audio into them, you're going to hear that. Yeah. So they're revealing. I mean, that is the nature of a real hi-fi system. This is real hi-fi, truth in sound quality, and then of course the integrity of the craftsmanship. You know, the wood manufacturing made in Hope, Arkansas.
Very cool.
By hand, by our craftspeople, the same people that make the Klipsch horn, same people that make all of our legendary products. And this is a legendary product, and we're bringing it back.
Very cool. And when can we expect to see these on the market?
So I know that we're working on 5 stages of getting the production lines up and running. I would say mid-year. Conservatively. Cool. Yeah, and the demand is going to be pretty hot.
Sure.
So I would say second or third quarter conservatively into the marketplace. But we're going to try to shoot for sooner.
And then price point?
$3,800 a pair.
Okay.
And there may or may not be variations based on finish, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be the standard price.
Very cool.
Retail.
All right, these are some awesome sounding, awesome looking speakers. Guys, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep current on everything that we're looking at CES 2017, and also check out blog.abt.com.